A burn ban goes into effect across Portland on Monday. Portland Fire and Rescue says ongoing hot, dry weather is increasing fire danger that led to that decision. The ban covers campfires, fire pits, yard debris, burning, agricultural burning, and all open burning permits until further notice. Officials expect the ban to stay in place through the summer and possibly into the fall, depending on weather conditions. More information is available at beforeyouburn.net. And starting next week, a burn ban is taking effect across Washington County, and fire officials are reminding residents to take extra precautions as fire season ramps up. While outdoor cooking with grills and smokers is still allowed, officials say that they should be used carefully and fully extinguished after use. Those living in rural areas should clear dry vegetation around homes, maintain defensible space, and keep roads accessible for emergency crews. Officials also warn that violating the county's burn restrictions could lead to fines and possible firefighter costs if a fire starts.
A heads up for people heading into Oregon's forests. Fire season officially begins Monday across Northwest Oregon. The designation covers ODF protected lands in 10 counties, including Multnomah, Clackamas, Marion, Polk, Yamhill, Tillamook, Clatsop, and Columbia counties. Forestry officials say dry conditions and rising fire danger prompted the move. With fire season underway, some activities are now banned on protected forest lands, including smoking in work areas, exploding targets, and tracer ammunition. Officials say now is the time to take steps to help prevent wildfires.